Hi everyone, welcome to Becky's Crafts and Goodies, and a special welcome to those of you that are new to the channel. Hi, if you're new, we do all sorts of things on the channel, one being craft items. Now, we've been sent some marvellous products from a company called Arteza, and over the next 4 weeks we've got a project coming up every week using their products. Now, I've got some transfer tape that I'm going to show you how to use in this first one, and also some vinyl. So have you ever wondered how people get lettering onto different projects and things like that, and think, you know, how do they do that? Well, I'm going to show you how to do it. It's really easy. We're going to use the Arteza products, and we're also going to use the Cricut Explore Air 2. So as I mentioned before, we're going to use the Arteza transfer tape. Now, very kindly, Arteza sent this to me, and I've got all sorts of different links in the description. So if you want to have a go at this project, then check out the links below. Now, for Christmas, I was actually bought some of this self-adhesive vinyl. Now, this is the normal vinyl. They also do a heat vinyl as well, heat transfer vinyl, which is this one. Now, this is going to be in next week's video, so if you want to learn how to put this onto t-shirts, bags and all sorts of things, then stay tuned and don't forget to subscribe, because we'll be showing you how to do that next week. But to start with, I thought we'd ease you in gently, and I'm going to show you a little project using the vinyl that I already had. So I got my Cricut machine for Christmas. You may have heard of them before. They're basically a fantastic posh cutting tool. So with this vinyl, even though obviously I had this already, you can still buy this on the Arteza website, and they do all sorts of different colours as well. So I'm just going to give you a little look at the different sorts of colours that they do. You've got sort of, well, loads of colours. This is a pack of 42 sheets, and for every kind of little project that you want to use, you could pick these up. Now I'm going to use the black today, just a real simple project just to show you guys. Now these are 12 by 12 sheets. Now for these we're going to be using the transfer tape, and this will all become apparent if you haven't ever used this before. It'll all become clear, so don't worry. So we've got the transfer tape, and you've also in here got a little application kind of tool as well. I think that's stuck in the middle, and that comes with it. Okie doke, so now we've gone over to the computer, and I'm going to open up a program called Cricut Design Space. Okay, and this is just like a little application, and you can design so many different things, and it basically talks to your Cricut machine. Okay, so I'm just going to open that up now, and we'll start on a new project. So sorry if it's quite bright, I just wanted to quickly show you how to do it. So down the side here you've got different things that you can create, whether you want to do t-shirts, different projects, images, text, shapes and stuff like that. We're going to do something really simple, so I'm just going to type in some text, and I'm going to do this for a Valentine's Day idea. So what you're doing now is you're creating what you want your Cricut to cut, and you have to make sure that you've got cut at the top. You can change the font size, the font style. You can do all sorts of different things. You can make it underlined, bold. It's just a bit like Word really, and there are all sorts of different fonts that you can use. Now I've signed up for the like the Cricut membership type thing. You get 1 month for free, so I'm still in my first free month at the moment, and I think it's just over £7 thereafter. If I find I'm using it quite a lot, then I'll keep up with it. So you know, it'll probably pay for itself. So I'll just kind of go from there. So I'm just going to pick, let's say we'll pick that one, and then it changes your text there, your style. Now you can also resize it as well. I'm just getting sort of to grips with it. You can kind of go down a little bit, or you can also use the sizings at the top. But what we're going to do is we're going to now move this over and tell the Cricut to cut it in the vinyl. Right, so I've just moved it up to the top screen there, and I'm going to swing you around so you can see what I'm doing with the Cricut machine. Right, so you need to look at the vinyl and the supplies and things like that as a bit of an investment. They're not obviously the cheapest things in the world, but you think how many projects you're going to be able to do out of these packs of vinyl. You can do so many different things, and it really will pay for itself. Now on the back you have grids. I don't know if you can see it there. You've got like little grids, and that helps you to kind of cut the sizes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a small amount of vinyl up, and you can also keep your vinyl scraps because they're so, like, you can really cram loads of things and get loads out of a sheet. So you get your vinyl, and you also need some cutting mats as well. Now the cutting mats come with the Cricut, so you don't have to buy those separately. Right, so now we've got the cutting mat, and it comes with a plastic kind of film over the top. Don't throw that away, because that's what you need to stick back on when you're not using it, because it helps to keep the mat sticky, because the mat needs to be sticky to help the vinyl sort of stick to it. So what I'm going to do is put the piece of vinyl in the top corner, right at the top. Sorry about this shadow, it's just the time of day that I'm filming. Right, so now we're going to put the Cricut mat into the machine there, and we will tell the computer that we want to cut it. So it just connects up, and then it will flash on here when it's ready to tell me to feed the mat in. So the mat starts and gets pulled through, and then when it's ready you have to press the flashing C, the Cricut flashing sign, and then it will start and cut your vinyl. And it's really satisfying actually watching it being cut. Now I think the piece of vinyl that I've got in there is actually way too big, but what I'll do is I'll cut some, I'll cut some bits off it and save it, or I'll get used to it. Right, so then it tells me it's finished, so that comes back out, and it's very light. You might not even be able to see it, but it's printed on there. Right, so we've got our bit cut out here. Now what I've done is I've just cut a little bit off the bottom because I had too much, and I don't want to waste it because really I can get another bit out of that, so I'm going to save that bit in my scraps. Now what they tell you to do is to actually burnish this part, and that just means going over the product like that. And then you need to weed it, and what you need to do for that is basically it's just a word for taking off the vinyl. So this is called a weeding tool, and you use it to help you kind of pick the bits out. And obviously in the middle there we'll have part of the O, and then we'll also have part of the E too. So there we go, that's that. And this is where the transfer tape comes in handy. Now you get an absolutely massive roll, and it's got these got a bit of tape vinyl stuck to my thumb there. You get these grids, and it helps you to sort of like see what you need to cut, helps you keep it in a straight line. But honestly, you get so much on this roll, it will last you so long. It's a real great investment. So I've got a piece here that I've cut off, and what you need to do is to peel the backing off, because you don't need the back part, and we're actually going to transfer it onto the clear bit on the front. So you get the clear part, and then I've got too much again here, but that goes over the top, and sometimes it's a good idea to line it up like that, and then you can use your tool again just to stick it to the transfer paper. Right, so once you've got that over the top, again you bend the mat rather than the paper, just bend that down like that, and you've got your lettering transferred on. Now what we're going to do is transfer that on to a small jar. Right, so I save all my sort of little jars and things like that for craft projects. Make sure you clean them, they've not got grease on them, dust or anything like that. I don't need the lid for this, so I'm going to take that off. And what I'm going to do is to transfer this onto the jar. Now you can get your little transfer tool. You do get one with your Cricut as well, so you could use that. And what you're doing is you're making the letters stick to the transfer paper. and then you just pull off. You've probably seen me do this before in some Christmas videos. And you just pull it off like that, and then we're going to stick that onto the project that we need to do. So you can actually put rubbing alcohol on the top of these as well, and that helps to clean them. So we're just going to level that up on there, and the grid lines do help you to get it nice and straight, and we're just going to work it around like that. And as you can see, like, you can do anything. You can do personalised items, and all you do is you just take your transfer paper and you pull it back. Don't be tempted to pull upwards like that, because you'll pull the stickers in a funny direction. So pull it so you're kind of bending them back. And the Arteza paper, vinyl, and also the transfer paper as well, is absolutely fantastic. So I was really pleased to try those out. And then all I thought we could do is pop a little bit of ribbon around the top. I told you it was really simple, didn't I? And these really do make inexpensive presents, and once you've kind of bought your vinyl, you will have so much and keep all your little scrappy bits, and you can make so many little different projects and things for people. You can personalise stuff. It's a whole new world, it really is. I'm just going to snip these bits at a bit of an angle. This bow's sitting funny, but it's not really about the bow, it's about the whole concept and the idea. And then all I'm going to do is just to pop one of these tea lights inside. So I just think that looks like a nice little prezzy, and that is, I mean, it is super simple, but as you can see, they are really easy to use. So if you want to give the Arteza products a try, then all the details for this will be in the description. So we've got the transfer tape there, and we've also got the vinyl, which I use. Obviously that was the one that I got for Christmas, but they do sell that on their website as well. And I'll just bring the packet in just so you can see what we used. It's the self-adhesive vinyl, and it's the premium, the 42 sheets. That's the item. Now I've got the 12 by 12. So I hope you enjoyed this bit of a tutorial. I will get better at it, I'm sure, but I'm really looking forward to doing the heat transfer paper next week. So do stick around, and if you haven't already subscribed, then please do, because we'll do loads more projects and stuff together. So you take care of yourself, and I'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye for now.